Konnichiwa, I'm the Manga Man, here to answer your questions. Wow, I've gotten a ton of more questions since the last Q&A that I held, a lot of them coming from certain individuals with multiple questions, but hey, that's cool and I don't mind that either way. It's just that I'm going to first do the questions that are from multiple different people before I get into the big sections where certain people have submitted a lot of questions. So, let's read off the first question. First up is CyberDraco001, and he writes, is there any anime that you like that other people don't like? Well, with such an expanse of media that is anime, of course there's going to be some clashes between fans of the entire franchise. For me personally, yeah, I've come across some people that didn't really like some of the animes that I liked. My good friend Nick the NPC has some animes that he likes that I don't particularly like, and there's some that I like that he just doesn't really like watching, I guess you could say. But as for examples, I can't really think of any off the top of my head, and really it doesn't really, you don't really need to like think about like what animes like some people don't like that you do like, because there are going to be differences. Now I could like go on a spiel about how like some animes deserve to be like watched by more people than just me and a couple of few, Tomorrow's Joe. But I don't really want to be one of those people that forces their opinion of something onto other people's. I just want to have my opinion be out there, and if you if you disagree with my opinion, well, that's fine. You have your own opinion then. It's fine by me, and it doesn't bother me one bit. Hunter Ian 10,000 writes, what do you think of Halo Legends, and also Black Rock Shooter OVA? Tell you the truth, I'm not really that big a fan of Halo, the games. I mean, I love watching Red vs. Blue. That's one of my favorite online shows to view. But I haven't really seen the Halo Legends multiple anime movie show thing. Not yet in the least, so I can't really answer that question. I watched the new Black Rock Shooter, but I haven't really checked the first OVA Black Rock Shooter, so sorry, but I can't really answer this question at the moment. Assassin Man 131 writes, man, Brio got his own corner. I need to step up my game. Q&A kaboom! I seem to remember seeing a comment from you saying that Lupin III was one of your most loved anime of all time. I was wondering which version of Lupin was your favorite out of the many versions that have been built up over the years. Whew, that's a broad question to ask. Now, do you mean by, like, which version of Lupin III, like, which voice actor is my favorite? Which Lupin III suit was my favorite? The green, red, pink suits? Or do you mean, like, which Lupin from which special TV series, movie, OVA, whatever is my favorite? That is a... Well, let's start off one by one. Let's start off first with voice actors. My favorite English voice actor for Lupin will forever be Tony Oliver, who did the red suit Lupin III for the second series, the one that was featured most on Adult Swim when it was running. That's my favorite English one. I don't mind that... the new Lupin III's voice actor is the same guy who did Krillin, but it does get a little distracting at times because whenever I hear him, I just keep thinking of Krillin. Sorry, it's nostalgia is a very powerful thing. As for Japanese voice actors, as far as I know, there have only been 2, maybe 3. I liked both Japanese Lupins. They both served their own purposes. The first one, I can't remember their names, but the first voice actor was for the green suit Lupin III for the part 1 of the series. And that one did a very good job of getting out the emotional qualities of the character. Because back in the day, green suit Lupin III was a more serious, kind of James Bond-esque Lupin III. When the red suit Lupin III came around, it was a lot more, a lot more funny, a lot more, like, lighthearted, and that's one I really like. I haven't seen nor have I heard anything about the pink suit Lupin the Third, and like everybody like talks about like the green suit and the red suit, but what about the poor pink suit? Are you telling me that there was nothing at all worthwhile about the third series? I mean, I'm trying my best to collect as much Lupin the Third stuff as I can, and I really want to get my hands on all the series, really. Well, for the second series, I would kind of want to get the English one because that's, well, Tony Oliver. But yeah, I would have to say that Red Suit is my favorite, but I have a little, but I also love the Green Suit and the Pink Suit as well. And I haven't really seen the live action Lupin the Third movie, the Psychokinetic Strategy, I think it was called. And that one like featured a white suit Lupin the Third. I don't know about that movie, but it looks very hilarious. From the standpoint of it trying to be a live action Lupin the Third. Yeah, that's all I can really say about that. Also, hold it! Bakano and Durara were made by Brains Base, not Bones. You know, on the subject of Bones, what is your favorite show by them, besides Full Metal Alchemist? Yeah, I'm really, really sorry about that mix-up there. The two studios' animation style is so similar, I got it confused with Bones. But anyways, as for my favorite anime besides Full Metal Alchemist that the Bones studio did, I would have to say Wolf's Rain would probably be my favorite. I mean, they have like some other ones that I liked. They did the Cowboy Bebop movie, which I also enjoyed. Uh, yeah, I liked Wolf's Rain from them. Oh, wait, I forgot one. Have you read Siren? Well, I have the first book right here, and I have read it all the way through. And overall, I enjoyed what I've been reading so far. Nick the NPC didn't really see too much anything special with this, but I don't know. It looks like there could be something interesting to do with this series, with its concepts of two different worlds, or are they two different worlds? Yeah, it's pretty good so far. I haven't had chance to pick up any of the other volumes yet, well, I don't know. I just haven't had time to go out and read manga lately. I've been on anime mostly, but I should really get back to some of my manga books I still need to read first. And plus, I'm trying to save up my money. Showen Fury writes, so many questions! Just a few, actually. Concerning the big three, which anime is your favorite? Which is superior in your opinion? Well, unless you have been noticing what's behind me there, of course, my favorite of the big three is One Piece. As to which one is superior, that's not really something that I can say without having seen all three series, like, all the way through, and considering that One Piece is still going on, Bleach is pretty much over, and Naruto is almost over as well, I can't really say. Also because I haven't been following Bleach and Naruto lately. I kind of dropped out of Bleach during the big attack on Earth from the Arankan? I can't remember how that was pronounced. And for Naruto, I got off of that in Naruto Shippuden when they rescued Gaara, but his fox demon was stolen from him. So I can't really say for sure, but yeah, favorite's One Piece. How do you feel about the newest Pokemon games? Do you think they have improved over the years? Oh, hell yeah, I think they've improved over the years. Just the amount of innovations that these games have had in the span of, 20, maybe 15 years? I don't know, but still, I'm loving the new Pokemon Black and White, and I just can't wait for the new Pokemon Black and White 2. The first time when, well, it's actually two sequels instead of just one, with Crystal, Emerald, and Platinum, and the likes, and Yellow. But yeah, I'm loving the new generation Pokemon, especially from a competitive standpoint, because I've recently become a very competitive player. And just the amount of hidden innovations, the fact that a male Pokemon can now also transfer his nature to the offspring, and it's with an Everstone, and it's not just the female as it was in the previous generations. So that's very helpful from a breeding standpoint. All the new moves that have come out, all the new Pokemon to use all those new moves. In Black and White 2, they're going to have now move tutor moves for the 5th gen Pokemon. Oh, I am so going to get a physical set for my Electros. Maybe a mix set. I'd really like to try a mix set Pokemon for my Trick Room team. But everything that has led up to this fact, and the biggest factor is the one where you can now reuse TMs over and over again. You no longer have to cheat the game to get like 100 earthquakes or 200 explosions or whatever. So that really is a mind off of my back. But yeah, I'm loving the new games. What anime studio is your favorite? What is your favorite anime from them? I seem to be teleporting a lot recently. But anyways, my favorite animation studio. That's kind of a toss-up between three ones that come to my mind. And that being Gonzo, Sunrise, and It's a Madhouse! A Madhouse! Madhouse. Sorry, I'm eating breakfast. But let's kind of go through each of them one by one. First, Madhouse. My favorite anime from them, without a doubt, would have to be Jubei-chan and Jubei-chan 2, the Ninja Girl. Those two would have to be my favorite, if not one of my most favorite? It's just one of my favorite animes. It's just one of my favorites. Gonzo is a little bit more tricky because it's kind of a toss-up between Gurren Lagann and My Bride is a Mermaid. I know that's kind of an odd comparison to make, but I really love both those anime series, and it's just so hard to choose between the two. I gotta go with a toss-up between Gurren Lagann and My Bride is a Mermaid for the Gonzo Studios. And finally, Sunrise, a studio that I very much enjoy. They brought such gems as Trigun, Cowboy Bebop, Outlaw Star, oh, and not to mention the entire Gundam series. So choosing a favorite from them is very difficult. They also did a lot of the Brave series, like Gao Geiger as well, so... Escryed... so many others along the like. But if I really would have to choose, I would have to go with Tiger and Bunny being one of my favorites from the Sunrise Studio. One, because I love the story. The animation is very well done. They did an excellent job at synchronizing the 2D and 3D animations together. But it also has one of my favorite Japanese male voice actors. Excuse me if I butcher his name here. He played the main role of Kotetsuti Kaburagi. And the actor's name is Hiroaki Hirata. I really love his voice acting work. I think he also was Sanji from One Piece. And currently he's the lead character in the series Uchu... Well, I can't remember the Japanese name, but it essentially translates to Space Brothers. Love his voice acting work. He has a nice range of emotions to him and a very nice subtlety as well. And plus, I really like the tone that he has with his voice. So yeah, those are my three favorites from all those studios.